Hello everyone, welcome to a new reading vlog. I just wanted to film a quick intro to this because I want to let you know what I'm currently reading because I'm flying through one of these books and I have a feeling that I'm going to finish it very quickly, and so if I don't update on it now or like talk about it now, I'll have already read the book by the time I start this vlog. So today is actually my last day of like summer break. I did have to go in last week for some like work days and in-service and stuff like that, but the first day of school is actually tomorrow. So it's gonna be a bit of a busy week. Our school right now is under a lot of construction, and so it's just kind of like gonna be a crazy crazy start to the school year, but hopefully I will still have plenty of time to read. I feel like I'm back into a reading mood. I feel like I over the summer have like had moments where I've been in a reading mood and then immediately like not in a reading mood and then in a reading mood and then not in a reading mood. So it's like I just haven't been reading as much as I typically do over the last couple of months, but now I feel like I'm, up at the top of the wave here. Like I'm excited for so many books and just excited to read. So let's talk about all of the books that I'm currently reading. So the one that I am flying through right now is The Only One Left by Riley Sager. So I started this today and I'm already over halfway through. I'm on page 205 and I'm really liking it. I love Riley Sager's books. I have read all of his thrillers. I know Riley Sager is his pen name. I haven't read anything else. Like if it's not under the pen name Riley Sager, then I haven't read it, but I've read every other one of his books. So this one, it came out, when did this come out? In, I want to say July. It doesn't say the month, so I don't know. But I have read and loved pretty much all of his other books. I've given them all 4 or 5 stars, except for last year's release, The House Across the Lake. I did not enjoy that one. I gave it 2 stars, but I have a pretty good track record with him. Like 5 of 6 books, I gave 4 or 5 stars. So I was highly anticipating this one. And I'm finally picking it up because I got the audiobook from my library and I'm really enjoying it. Basically, this one is about this woman, Kit, who is a caretaker. She usually cares for the elderly, like gives them meds, keeps them company, makes sure that they're like taken care of, basically, obviously like a caretaker. But something happened 6 months ago where Kit has kind of been on a suspension and she's finally able to come back to work, and the only job that they're willing to give her is with this woman named Lenora Hope. And Lenora Hope is kind of a Lizzie Borden type of woman where back like 50-60 years ago her whole family was murdered and she was the only one left alive, and so everybody just assumes that she murdered them. And you never really got her story. They never like found enough evidence to convict her. Now she is just an elderly woman. She can't speak and she can't really move around. The only thing she can move is one of her arms. And so she wants to do a tell-all and tell Kit everything that happened all those years ago. And so she's able to communicate via a typewriter, and so she can like type out her story. And so we're slowly getting Kit as she's working in this like creepy mansion on a cliff, and like all this weird stuff is happening for Kit. But then we're also getting the past timeline through Lenora's like typing and like seeing what happened that night, and you're like, can you actually trust Lenora? Or is she just like framing this story as like how she wants it to be told, and so maybe it's not the whole truth? And I really like that, where you're like, what's the truth, what's not, who do we trust, what's going on in the present timeline, what was happening back in the past timeline. So I'm really enjoying it. I might even be able to finish it tonight. I wasn't intending to finish this all in one day, but I kind of want answers, and so I'm like feeling like maybe I want to finish it all in one night, and then I might be like on a thriller kick because I'm just enjoying this so much. Another book that I'm currently reading right now is Bring Him to His Knees by Music on AO3. So this is a Dramini fanfic. It's a murder mystery, so it kind of, I think that's what I'm in the mood for right now, is like mystery thrillers. But this one is going to be much more romantic because Draco and Hermione have to go undercover as a couple at this sex club to try to find a serial killer. And so it's gonna be very spicy, and so far I'm really liking it. I think I'm about 15% of the way in. It's a pretty long fic, but I'm really liking it so far. I really like the writing, and I just love Draco and Hermione, so having a good time with that. I'm gonna go continue reading The Only One Left, so I will give you an update probably when I finish it and let you know my final thoughts on it, because that might be later tonight. Okay, it's been a few days since my last update, or was that the intro? I don't even know anymore. But I wanted to give you some reading updates here. So I did have my first day of school. It's Thursday now, so we've had a couple days of school. It's been just craziness. So I have been able to read a little bit, but I just haven't been able to like check in at all. But I did finish The Only One Left by Riley Sager, and I really enjoyed this one. Which is great because now I've only just not liked one of his thrillers, so I've got a great track record with Riley Sager, so definitely will be picking up all of his like new releases and stuff. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one. I will say some of the like twists, one of the twists I completely did not see coming. I had a theory and it was just so wrong, and I was like, oh dang it, I thought that I was gonna be right and I would have been so proud. But yeah, I was not right at all. And then one of them I was like, the very final twist, I was like, I don't know how I feel about that one. But overall, I really enjoyed this one and I had a great time with it. So I'm gonna give this 4 stars. And then I think it's put me in a bit of a thriller mood because I was talking about that book with one of my coworkers and she lent me Local Woman Missing by Mary Kubica. And I haven't ever read anything from this author before, but I have seen this cover lots of places, and I know a lot of people really like this one. And I'm like almost done with it. I'm on page 306, so stuff's starting to hit the fan here. But yeah, basically this one is about these local women who go missing. So there's 2 disappearances and there's a past and present timeline. There's 11 years ago and you're kind of like in one of the missing women's point of view, and then there's also a present timeline. But yeah, there's like a lot going on in this one, but it's really good. It's very gripping, and I'm just like, I'm trying to like, I feel like I'm trying sort of to like figure it out, but I'm also at the same time like just along for the ride and like the craziness and the reveals. There was just one reveal that I was like, I did not see that coming at all. And that one literally just happened. So I'm very curious to see how this is going to end. So I'm gonna finish this tonight. So I'll have to let you know my like final thoughts on it, because I'm sure that there's gonna be another like big reveal and another twist coming for this ending. But I'm really liking it. So I think I'm in my little thriller mood now, but I have no thrillers on my physical TBR. So I think I'm gonna go to the library tomorrow and try to pick up a couple thrillers that I've been hearing a lot about. I think the sequel to The Night Swim by Megan Golden is out. I think that one's called Dark Corners. I'm hoping that the library has that one because I really liked the first one. And I think I can get the audiobook on Scribd. So I'm going to try to look for that one so I can read that one. And then I think The Writing Retreat, I might try to read that one. I don't know. I'm just like gonna pick up thrillers that I've like seen before but not heard a ton about, that I've heard like good things about. But yeah, I'm in kind of a thriller mood now. So I don't know how long this will last, but I'm gonna ride the mood while it's here. I also have been reading Bring Him to His Knees, and I think I'm like, I want to say like 30% into that one, so I'm a bit farther into that one. Also still really liking that one. That's another like murder mystery, but the mystery aspect of that one is like kind of, it is kind of the forefront of it, because that's the whole point of like their forced proximity, their fake dating to be undercover, but it's way more focused on the romance aspect, which is great and I love. I'm like balancing them out here. All right, good morning everyone. I did finish Local Woman Missing and I really enjoyed it. I thought that the twist was really good. I did not see it coming at all. And then like you basically, once the twist happens, you watch everything all like play out, and then it all makes sense, because it's not just like a big reveal. There's like a whole explanation behind it. So I did really like that one. And I was like, excuse me, am I in a thriller mood now? So I have a whole list of thrillers that I want to get to, but I'm going to get them from the library. I renewed my Scribd membership so that I can listen to the audiobooks on there or get them from my library, because I don't want to buy the audiobooks or like buy the physical books, because I'm only going to read a thriller one time. So yeah, I don't know. So I'm going to go to the library. However, I do want to update you that I have started Lotus by Jennifer Hartmann, which I'm like halfway through it now. and it's fine. Like, I do really like her writing, but like, I don't know if I care enough about this. I don't know if this was the right choice. I have about 2 hours left of the audiobook, so I'll probably continue it. I picked it up because it's like the main guy in it was abducted and like held captive for 22 years. So it's like got that like bit of like the darkness to it that I was like, ooh, maybe that's what I'm in the mood for. And it's kind of a companion to Still Beating, which I absolutely loved. But yeah, I don't know if this is it for me. So I'm just gonna set it aside for now. I'll probably finish it, but who knows. And then Rachel and I were talking last night, and we decided we're going to try to do a bit of a spontaneous buddy read for The Assistant to the Villain, which is like kind of, I'm seeing it everywhere. It's pitched as, get this, it's pitched as Once Upon a Time meets The Office. Excuse me. First of all, you guys know, especially in my last vlog, I talked about Once Upon a Time so much. I absolutely freaking love that show. I've been watching it like a lot recently. I'm in the middle of season 5 right now, and it's just, I just love it. I just love it so much. And The Office is literally like top 3 favorite shows of all time. Like, it might even be my favorite show of all time. That one and Gilmore Girls, it's really hard for me to choose, but I just love The Office so much. I rewatch it all the time. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited that it's pitched as Once Upon a Time meets The Office. It's like a sunshiny assistant to the villain and the villain romance. So that's pretty awesome. I'm gonna go check my library for that list of thrillers, because I do still think I'm kind of in a thriller mood, but then I want to see if they have The Assistant to the Villain. And if they don't, maybe I'll check at my little bookstore. Sometimes they have like a shelf of like new releases. It's mostly like used books, like really old books that I have no interest in, but I'm gonna check there. But the audiobook is on Scribd, so I can just like listen to the audiobook and not have a physical book or the ebook or anything if I want. So we'll see. But I'm gonna take you with me to the library and to that little bookstore to see if we can find it. And then I'm gonna decorate for fall today, so I can listen to that while I decorate for fall. So let's go. Okay, there's a bit of a glare, but I just wanted to show you because I think it's kind of hilarious. So the Monster Mash, right? That is literally playing because when I got Spotify, I got rid of Apple Music, but then my car no longer like saw my phone as a music device, and so it wouldn't tell me like what track or artist was playing whenever I would play it from Spotify. And I looked it up, and it's because you had to have like a song in Apple Music for it to like consider it a music device. And so I paid for the Monster Mash. That is the only song that I have in Apple Music, so that it recognizes like my phone as a music device or whatever. But anytime that I plug my phone into my car and like it doesn't just like play whatever was playing last. Sometimes it does if like all the apps are still open, but like for a fresh day, right? I this is the first time I'm using my car today. It immediately starts playing that, and I just thought that was funny. So anyways, now I've got my pumpkin cream cold brew. It looks so good, and I'm ready to go to the library. went to the library and I was only able to find one of the 7 thrillers that was on my list, but that's okay. It was one of the ones, like one of my like top 3 of the list that I wanted to find, and that was The Writing Retreat. So I got that one. I think I'm gonna try to read that sometime this week. They didn't have The Assistant to the Villain, but Brandon was out golfing today and he was nearby somewhere that had this in stock, so he got it for me. So I've got the cute little copy of The Assistant to the Villain, and it's got the red sprayed edges, which I think is really cute, and it's a paperback. But yeah, I started reading this. I'm on page 107 now, and I'm loving it. So Rachel and I are buddy reading this. I don't think that she's like absolutely loving it like I am. I think she's just kind of like, it's just a book to her. Like, it's just a book that she's reading. I don't think she has any like strong feelings towards it, but I am absolutely loving it. So basically this was pitched as Once Upon a Time meets The Office, and like I can kind of see like where they got that like pitch for. However, it is nothing like The Office, and it is nothing like Once Upon a Time. It's just kind of like a fairy tale world. So it's like that's where they're getting the Once Upon a Time aspect to it, because it's like set in like a fairy tale world, and then he's her boss and she is the assistant to the villain, and so like that's like where you get The Office influence from. Yeah, I just think it's really cute, and I like their little relationship because she's like kind of a like word vomit, sunshiny kind of character, and he is like the grumpy like villain of the story. So I'm really liking it. I have been like smiling the whole time that I've been reading it. Anytime that they like interact, I think it's really cute and really funny. So I'm having an amazing time reading this, and I'm probably gonna try to finish it tonight, honestly, because I'm just having a really good time. But I also do now really want to watch Once Upon a Time. So if that means that I won't finish this today and I'll have to finish it tomorrow so that I can watch some Once Upon a Time later tonight, then so be it. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this one. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to continue Lotus or not. I mean, like, I'm over halfway and there's only 2 hours left of the audiobook, but like, I mean, I'm liking parts of it, but like, I don't know. I'm just not getting like pulled into it like I was with Still Beating. And I'm just like, I don't know. Do I care? Do I care enough? I don't know. So I'm setting this one to the side for now, and yeah, I'm just gonna give all my time and attention to Assistant to the Villain. Oh, there's also a little like frog character. His name is Kingsley, and he wears a little crown, and he can only speak in like one word. He can only say like one word because he has like a little sign that he uses to say like one word, and I just really like that. I think that's so cute, and I just like the idea of like a villain having like staff and like an office. Like he's got an office space and he needs an assistant and stuff like that. I just think that's really funny. So yeah, I'm gonna continue reading this for the night, and I'll update hopefully before I finish it, and then like I said, I'm probably gonna watch a couple episodes of Once Upon a Time just because it does remind me of Once Upon a Time, but like not fully. Like I wouldn't say like, oh, if you like Once Upon a Time, you'll like this, because it's not like that. It's just like the fairy tale setting is making me want to watch that, if that makes any sense at all. I don't even know. But yeah, I'm really liking it. All right, hello. It is the next day now, and I did finish Assistant to the Villain last night, and I really, really loved this. I am quite desperate for the sequel, which won't come out for literally another year. Like, it's over a year, I think. Because I think right now in Goodreads it says September 12th, and today is September 10th, so it's literally over a year till the sequel. But I just really loved this. I think if you liked, I don't know, I think if you liked the Veronica Speedwell series, I think if you liked Half a Soul, I think you would like this because it's got like the fantasy element where they're like in this like fairy tale world and there is like some light magic. Like it's not, I don't know, it's not like a heavy magical world. But then you also have like the added humor. There's a bit of a mystery in this one where you're trying to figure out who is like a spy in the villain's like company. Basically he like runs his business, and it's just funny because like he's the boss, but he's like literally called capital letters the villain. I had a really fun time with this one. I think I'm gonna give it like a 4 or a 4.5. I really had so much fun reading this, and I can't wait for the sequel. So loved this, definitely recommend. Today though, I honestly, I don't know. I might be DNFing Lotus because like I just don't really care. I think I am gonna DNF Lotus. I don't know. I just don't care. It's not like it's bad. Like I keep saying, I just don't care. I'm not invested. Yeah, I want to move on from it. So I think I'm gonna pick up Foxglove today by Adalyn Grace. This is the sequel to Belladonna, which I read and loved last year, and I was highly anticipating this sequel. This was a gift for me from my friend Ashley over at Ashley's Little Library, and it is such a stunning, like how gorgeous is this? And like the end pages even are just so pretty. But yeah, it's giving like major fall vibes. Like you can see like there's like fall leaves and the fall colors and stuff on it. And it's like a romance with death. There was a mystery in the last one. I'm excited to pick this one up. I will say though, I have seen, well, really the only person that I've seen read this and like say anything about it is Rachel. And she said she was disappointed by this one because death is not really in this one. And there's a new character that's introduced called Fate. And I really like death. Like I'm here for death and Signa. So if death's not going to be in this one as much, I'm a little nervous, but I am going to start this one today, and hopefully I can get like a good 100 pages in before I go to the movies later this afternoon with my friend Maggie. I think I've talked about this in previous vlogs, but my theater that we always go to is doing the Harry Potter movies one a week, and so we were on to the Half-Blood Prince, so I'll be going to that later. That's why I'm wearing my "He is not a villain, he is just a boy" t-shirt. So yeah, I think I'm gonna try to focus on this one for today and make some good progress in this. I might also pick up Bring Him to His Knees like when I get back from the movies, because I haven't read that one in a couple days and I do want to read it. right, hello everybody. As you saw from my B-roll clips, I started reading Foxglove by Adalyn Grace, and I am 250 pages in, and I'm not loving this. I'm actually really disappointed. So I just finished part 1, I'm now on part 2, and I'm kind of left thinking, like, what's the point of this book? Because, like, in the first book, we had plot, we had a purpose, we had something going on that was, like, driving the story. And, like, this is just, like, I don't even know, just, like, something gets thrown into this one that's supposed to, like, add drama, I guess. And it's, like, I just need more from it than that. Like, if that was gonna be added into this book and, like, that's, like, where you want the story to go and what you want the characters to have to deal with, cool. But there should still be, like, something else going on. And I guess technically there is, but it's like nobody's even focusing on this anymore. I don't really know how to talk about this without, like, spoiling some things. So I guess for the next, like, little clip here, I'm gonna talk, like, very minor spoilers. Like, if you don't want to know anything, don't watch this part. But, like, if you don't mind, like, me talking about, like, a couple plot points that they're not gonna, like, spoil the story for you, but whatever, then stick around. But, like, okay, so we have, like, a murder at the very beginning of this, and it's having to do with Signa's family. Like, it was a family member that died, or was it even a family member that died? But one of the family members is, like, being charged with the murder or something like that, and so they have to figure out, like, who actually killed this person. Are we even, like, worried about that? Because, like, there's really not, like, in the 250 pages that I've read, there's been very little about that. Like, if that was the focus of the plot, maybe I would be enjoying it more. But what's really taking, like, the front seat here is this other character, Fate, who has now been thrown in to the mix to kind of add some drama to Signa and Death's relationship. And I just don't care about that at all. And that's, like, what the main point of this book is. And I just, like, it's fine if that's, like, where the story was gonna go, but I just need more than just, like, the drama, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really enjoying this very much. Like, the writing is still fine, and I still like Signa, but, like, I don't know. I just don't really care what's happening in the book right now. So I'm gonna set it aside for right now. I might, like, soft DNF it, because I don't know if I want to, like, firmly DNF it, because what if I want to pick up the 3rd book? But, like, at this point, I'm like, I just don't care to see what happens. Like, I almost wish that Belladonna was, like, a standalone and it would have had an extra 100 pages or 50 pages to, like, wrap up everything that we needed to wrap up in Belladonna, and just, like, have left it at that. So yeah, I don't know. I may still finish it, but for right now, I'm just gonna set it aside. I did read another, like, chapter of Bring Him to His Knees, so I'm, like, another 5% further into that one, and I am still liking that one, but, like, I'm just not in the mood for that right now. And I don't really know what I'm in the mood for now, because, like, I was hoping that Foxglove was going to, like, capture my attention, but it's really not. So I might end up picking up my reread of The Ballad of Never After by Stephanie Garber. But I do want to annotate in this one, so I have to set up my annotations and stuff. And I kind of wanted an audiobook to listen to, because I can listen to it at work then when I'm, like, doing stuff at work. I don't really know. All I know is I'm not going to read anymore for tonight. I am going to go watch some episodes of Once Upon a Time. I guess I will just check back in when I decide what I'm going to read, and when I pick something up, and when I have a better update for you. Oh, hey. A couple things. I decided I am officially gonna DNF Foxglove. We're gonna call it, like, not a soft DNF, but, like, I'm gonna DNF it, and maybe eventually I'll decide to pick it up, but probably not, but maybe. So I'm gonna, you know, I was trying to, like, lessen the blow a bit, by saying it's not, like, a firm DNF, but, like, it kind of is, because, like, I have zero interest in picking this up to read it again, but never say never, I guess. I don't know, but I'm done with this. I did pick up Heartless by Marissa Meyer, which is a standalone it's kind of like a prequel to Alice in Wonderland. So it's following Catherine, who is the Queen of Hearts, but before she becomes the Queen of Hearts. And she has like a secret forbidden romance with the like court jester. His name is Just. And all the while the King of Hearts is like trying to find a way to propose to her, basically. And she wants to have this secret relationship with Just. And it's basically telling you like what happened before she became like the off with her head's Queen of Hearts. So I know for a fact that this is not going to have a happy ending. I don't know why I chose that for myself, because I'm a happy endings girly, but I'm really liking it. It's giving the vibes that Once Upon a Broken Heart was giving, like very whimsical, and obviously it's set like in Wonderland, so there's that. I'm really liking this, so I'm gonna continue reading this, and then when I finish that, I'm going to start my reread of The Ballad of Never After, because that's what I'm in the mood to read. So I need to set up my annotation system for that. I did pick out the tabs. Look how perfect. It's great. So I'll be reading that one soon. But yeah, I think first I'm going to try to finish Heartless. So I'm like, what page am I on? Page 120. So I'm still in like the first quarter of it, but I think I'll be able to fly through this one very quickly. So I think I'm going to read a little bit more of that tonight, and then I'm going to go watch some more Once Upon a Time because I'm just loving it. But before I go do that, I wanted to show you. I know I decorated for fall in this video, but I found some new Halloween village pieces. If you're new here, I am very obsessed with my little mini village, okay? So I showed a clip of it when I was decorating for fall, my little Halloween village. I also have an adorable little Christmas village, and it's just like a highlight of the year. I just love setting them up, and they just, every time I look at them, they make me giddy. I just love it. And I found a new little village piece that Brandon actually got for me. So it's still in the box. It says Spooky Town, but it's like a little ghost house. So we're gonna, oh, I almost dropped it. We're gonna open it. Oh my god, it's so cute. Oh, it's just so cute. The little pumpkins and the little ghosties coming out of it. I love. It's adorable. So I'm gonna have to go put that up. And then I got some little figurines. I don't have many Halloween like figurines, like little people and stuff. I have like a couple little like ghosts, but my Christmas village, I have a lot of little figurines. So I'm like, I'm gonna need some figurines for my Halloween village. So I have this little adorable little witch with her dog. Oh my god, I can't. Okay, and then I got one other one. Oh my god. He's just a little skeleton gentleman. I think on the receipt it showed it as life of the party, which just like, what a whole mood. He's so cute. His little tuxedo and top hat. Oh my god, I just love it. I'm so happy. Okay, I'm gonna go put those up now and just love everything about that. And then I'm gonna go read Heartless. it is Thursday now, and I finished reading Heartless by Marissa Meyer. I really enjoyed this one. I'm giving it 4 stars. I think if you are a fan of the Once Upon a Broken Heart series, that you would really like this because it's got the same like fairy tale whimsical setting and like writing to it. Like I could just totally see this being set in the same world, like just different like countries or whatever, but like I could totally see them being set in the same world because it just gave the whimsy, you know? However, I will say that this does not have a happy ending. It is essentially the prequel to Alice in Wonderland of like what made the Queen of Hearts so vicious, and so like something bad is gonna happen to make her this way. So yeah, it is not a happy ending, and it certainly wasn't. I was not happy. But it was really good, and I really liked the storytelling and like how Marissa Meyer took the idea of Wonderland and like the Queen of Hearts and that concept, and like you could still see like little nods to Wonderland and Alice in Wonderland, and I just thought it was really well done. I really enjoyed it, so I really liked that one. I'm giving it 4 stars. And then I did start The Ballad of Never After after finishing that. I'm not far in, I'm like 25 pages in. But I did already start annotating, which I showed you my annotation system, which I really like these pink hearts and like the cracks in those. I drew the cracks in the hearts and I think they look so cute. But yeah, I'm not far in at all. So this is what I want though. I wanted this like whimsical fairy tale vibe. So after reading Heartless, I'm now just gonna jump right into this. It's just making me so happy because like I'm watching Once Upon a Time, which I think I've mentioned that in this vlog already. If I haven't, I'm watching Once Upon a Time, which I feel like I mention in every video now, but I really like that show, and I'm trying to find books that feel like Once Upon a Time and like that have that like fairy tale retelling aspect to it. So I'm really liking that. So I've got a couple recommendations from some viewers already, but if you have any recommendations for books that are like Once Upon a Time, let me know. So yeah, this is what I am currently reading. Other than that, this weekend, Brandon and I have some people staying with us, but I will be doing I'm going to be attempting a 24-hour readathon this weekend with Rachel and maybe a few of our other friends too. I do have some like a little baby book haul for you. So this I already opened, but it is the paperbacks of some of the From Blood and Ash, Flesh and Fire books. So I have the first 2 prequel novels, A Shadow in the Ember and A Light in the Flame, which I did have these in hardcover, but I'm a paperback bitch now, as you all know. So I've been replacing them replacing some of my hardcovers with paperbacks. So this is the start of that series. Then I also have the 4th book in the Blood and Ash series. So this is A War of Two Queens. Cami over at Burrows and Books kindly said that she would give me the first 3 From Blood and Ash books in paperback because she has them and doesn't want them anymore. So I'm still waiting on those. Oh, I almost dropped all of those, but I decided to get the other ones because, you know, why not? And then I do have a Pango Books package here that I figured we could unbox together. Okay, it is Dark Corners by Megan Golden, which is the 2nd book. The first book is The Night Swim. It's a thriller series, companion series maybe, because I think it still follows the same character. Yes, Rachel Crawl. She is a true crime podcaster, and she helped solve one of the like mysteries and a cold case in The Night Swim, and I really love that one. I don't normally try to like own thrillers anymore because like for me thrillers are kind of like a one and done kind of thing, so I'm gonna be using my library for thrillers. But this one I figured, because I gave The Night Swim 5 stars and it's like one of my favorite thrillers and I do still own that one, I was like, I don't feel that bad about ordering a used copy of the sequel. So I will be reading this soon. I think the audiobook is on Scribd maybe, so I've got the audiobook for that, and I really liked the audiobook for The Night Swim, so I'll be reading this one soon. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this update. I just wanted to talk about Heartless and show you the couple books that I have bought in the last few days here. So I will probably check in tomorrow. I don't know. Either way, you'll be seeing me in a few seconds here. So let's just cut to that. All right, hello. It is Friday night now, and I wanted to film a final update for this vlog before I do a weekend reading vlog. So my next vlog is going to be a 24 and 48 hour readathon attempt. And it's gonna be a little bit special because I am giving one of my friends the ability to control my life this weekend and like make all my decisions for me. Kind of like Instagram controls my life, except it's literally just this one person making all my decisions. So I'm gonna keep that like a little bit of a secret, so it's something to look forward to, but I'm really excited. But I'm sure you saw me set up my annotations for The Ballad of Never After by Stephanie Garber, and I did start reading this. I am 113 pages into it, so I'm just having a really good time reading this. I might be able to read this weekend if it is what gets chosen for me for my TBR, but if I don't, then I'll be picking this up next week and continuing my reread for it. I'm really, really loving it, and I'm just having a lot of fun annotating in it because it's so whimsical and it's just like so much fun to annotate, like with my glittery gel pens and you know, all the stuff. And I just really like that the tabs match the cover so well. But the writing is fantastic, and there's a lot of really good quotes. Let me read you some quotes. So there's one quote that just like lends itself to the ambiance, I guess, and I just really like it. It says, "Dark was for stars and dreams and the magic that took place in between days." I just think that's like, I don't know, I like that. I like that writing. Another really good quote that's just like, this is the writing that I really like. It says, "Happy endings can be caught, but they are difficult to hold on to. They are dreams that want to escape the night. They are treasures with wings. They are wild, feral, reckless things that need to be constantly chased, and they will certainly run away." And like happy endings and stuff like that play a really big role in this series, and so I really like the writing. Another quote I have tabbed is, "If she were a book, she would have felt as if her pages were slowly being torn free of the spine." And it's just like, that's just so beautiful. Like, I don't know, I just really like Stephanie Garber's writing. So I'm glad that I'm not reading this on audio, because I think that is why I didn't like it as much. I don't know if I just like, I don't know, I just can hear it better in my head than I can if somebody else is reading it to me. I do like that narrator, but I just don't think I like that narrator for this story, so I'm glad that I'm reading this physically, and like I said, I'm having a really fun time annotating. But yeah, that is going to be it for this vlog. I'm going to wrap this one up now, and I will start a new vlog tomorrow for my 24 and 48 hour readathon. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you made it to the end and you want to let me know, you can leave the bow and arrow emoji down below, mostly because of The Ballad of Never After, or like leave like the detective emoji, because I read some thrillers in this vlog, which was out of character for me, so I don't know, whatever you want. Leave that down in the comments down below, and thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.